The following is brought to you in part by System Blue. Products and education. System Blue. Previously on Inside BD360.
And so you have the guard on the right side of the field on side 2 doing their dance feature, and it's 100% with the music. And we're doing all unison body work to the shout, which I think helps the audience kind of understand the history of the Blue Devils and jazz, and it's a really exciting moment.
In the final few minutes of the show, the Blue Devils move into their reprise. It is a celebration of everything that has come before, while providing speculation to what the future may hold. A question that may never truly be answered.
We're right after the shout, and we have a really fast, kind of futuristic, more modern sounding part. It's obviously a very exposed moment for the pit. A lot of kind of more lyrical parts to it, where we have a lot of block chords, and it's just very flowy, but also in between that we have a lot of interjections that are really fast 16th notes, and there's a lot of layers in it. It's very thick.
All of the brass and drums on the field all just kind of do their own individual follow the leaders around the props, and eventually when they start going through the props, they start making into this this drill that kind of looks like a bunch of little infinity signs.
So like we're symbolizing that that this is just going to keep going on, and there's like a bigger future ahead of the 60 years.
So what happens after this shout, the boys split off. The way that Scott wanted the movements to be while we're trying to run to our dance feature, he's talking about how it's really heavy and we have to imagine that we're like carrying boulders. The dance feature itself for the boys, we spread out throughout the entire field. It's really fun choreography. It's really different way of moving. I think that the dance feature itself, there's a couple moments in it, like at the very beginning, it's like all of the reaches and the heavy motions we're doing, it's almost like we're trying to like pry some change to happen, and we're trying to draw the girls out from side 2 when they grab their wings.
There's so much going on the field. And then once we get to the wings, it's all just very impactful. We have all this new wing work. It used to be very old school, very traditional, and now it's very modern, very different, kind of distorted. It's almost just new, and it's fun. And it is like a rebirth of the Blue Devil organization, and it is a push to the new Blue Devils.
all sorts of motion happening within the color guard. They're spinning, they're being enveloped by the wings. And then we hear Jerry Seawright's voice say, "The Concord Blue Devils," and bam, we play our last chord and finish the show with something to be remembered.
I think that this show is very humbling to all the members to have the chance to represent what the Blue Devils of the past have been and what we currently are, and to give everyone a glance into potentially what the future of the organization could be and how it's just forever growing and expanding.
Concord Blue Devils.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Concord, California, underneath the hands and just an honor, the Blue Devils.
Ladies and gentlemen, the corps on the field, the Concord Blue Devils.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.
So I am making age-out flowers that our age-outs will wear on finals night up in Indianapolis. I don't know when the tradition was started, but since I've been a member, age-outs have worn these corsages on finals night to symbolize that they are age-outs. But it's basically just a silk rose with some ornaments, and they'll have blue and black ribbon as a bow. And since it's the 60th anniversary, I'm going to put a little diamond rhinestone on there, make it a little special. It makes you so unbelievably happy to see how happy they are after their finals performance. And they come up and you get to pin the flower on their jacket, and they're just so excited. They just had the greatest run, the last show of their drum corps career. And I think there's just something special about having an icon to represent the end of your time with this family. Mine is still sitting up on my shelf, and I'm very happy that I was able to keep it, which is why I make them as false flowers, so you can keep it forever.
Blue Devils, we set the bar. When they decided to have drum and bell corps compete, the Blue Devils figured it out and won state competitions after state competition. When the Blue Devils decided to be a drum corps, they figured it out and set the bar and won a state championship, and then won a class A state championship, and then went on tour, and within 3 years won the world championship. The first color guards to dance was the Blue Devils. The first corps to figure out you live and die by your horn line was the Blue Devils. The first group to realize that drum lines are a musical section was the Blue Devils. We set the bar.